Hi everyone, thanks for watching. In this video, I'm going to cover how to make the Jaramillo soup. It's been very important to us recently with something we've been going through with our youngest daughter. And for those of you who don't know, you can go to the Full Montessori blog, and Pilar, who runs that blog, has a whole bunch of background information on it, as well as step-by-step instructions on how to make this soup. That being said, it was basically developed by a Colombian doctor by the name of Dr. Jaramillo, and he was dealing with infant malnutrition in Colombia, and he came up with this natural food for them that he fed to newborn babies up to several years old, and he basically wiped out infant malnutrition in many parts of that country. So it's pretty effective, and if you read it, you might think, oh, this is so hard to make, I don't have the time to make it. But once you actually see how easy it is to make, it's a lot more doable. So I just wanted to quickly do a video on this and show you what it involves. We use chicken breast, boneless, skinless, but you can also use grass-fed beef. We use that from time to time as well. You need kale. We also buy a thing which has baby spinach, mixed greens, and kale in it, which is convenient if you want it pre-cut and ready to go. Chard, have some of the chard, celery, carrots, tomato, zucchini, sweet potato, cucumber, avocado, watermelons, mangoes, and you can use other fruits as well. She lists out different fruits you can use. Prunes, which can help, and you can add or subtract these depending on whether your baby gets constipated from all the grain that they're going to be getting. I think I covered papaya, which also helps with that. And then you have rice, like brown rice medley, just a mixture of different types of rice grains. Quinoa, lentils, and black beans. And we go at the place where we buy the organic foods, they have this thing which is like super grains, and it's got like a whole bunch of different types of grains and beans in it. And we buy that as well. You can also throw barley in there too, which we do from time to time, or you can make it with barley water as well. But basically, to get right down to it, the first thing you have to do is you have to prep the portions and get everything cut and ready to go, and that just takes a few minutes to do. Starting with celery, and realize we're feeding a 2-year-old girl here. This is not for a newborn baby, and so we make a lot of this in one go. Okay, so let me go ahead and get this cut and prepped, and then I'll show you what we do next. The grains and the beans you actually need to put in here the night before along with the prunes. However, the quinoa you want to put in right before you make it because it doesn't need to soak very long before it gets super loose. So you just put in 2 tablespoons of that. Good. So if you want to come in and have a look at that. So as you can see, we have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 prunes, and you can use less or more depending on the consistency of your baby's poop. And it goes into 5 glasses of water. And there's markings inside there, so you can just fill up the water to where it should be. And as a note on that, you can use less water if you want to thicken it up, so they start eating it with a spoon. But for now, Katie's only drinking it through a bottle, so there you go. Right, so let's get started. Basically, we start with the pressure cooker. Those have been soaking all night. Then we're going to go ahead and start throwing in the vegetables. So you can use these to direct airplane traffic, but generally you just put them right inside there, like that. She doesn't want it, honey? Okay, well, thank you.
I want the tiny one.
You want the tiny one? Here you go. We generally do about half of this. And this is the kale and the spinach and all that. Celery, in it goes. Carrot, tomato, zucchini, cucumber, and the sweet potato. Half of that goes in there too. And let's not forget the chicken. Okay, and a chicken breast. Woo. Okay, so now that everything's in, just go ahead and seal up your pressure cooker. Plug it in. Okay. Put on the steam setting. And now you're just gonna let that cook for 25 minutes and we'll be back. Okay, so this finished pressure cooking these. I let off a little steam already, but you just wanna be careful when you open it. Because that's obviously, I don't know if you can see it, but it's really, it's hot. Finished decompression. Okay. You can use a melon. We decided to use the mango. Just goes in there. Ready to go. Avocado going in. Okay. Now normally we just do half a papaya, but because she's been having a little bit of tummy trouble, we're gonna go ahead and put the whole papaya in there. 2 spoons of olive oil. And remember, this is a portion for a couple of days for a 2-year-old. So definitely make sure you just adjust these portions for however old your baby is. Okay. Let's put in some of our vegetables. All right, that's good enough for the first batch. Okay, pull this out, and then turn on, and you just missed the sound of a turbine engine blowing through the apartment. Seriously, this blender is powered with plutonium. Okay, it's kind of the first half. Scoop out the rest. All right. Brace yourselves! Tell me when you're rolling.
I'm ready.
Okay. Ta-da! All right, and that is the basic simplicity of Jaramillo soup, and that just goes straight in the fridge. And you really want to make sure you keep this cold. When you put it in bottles, put it in cold. If you're going to go out, get a little freezer pack that you can just put those, like, you know, those, well, here, I'll just show you what we do. We have these like wannabe ice packs so that the bottles stay cold, and then they're ready for when you go on the road. If it stays out too long, it goes bad. So just make sure you keep it cold. And in case you want to know what happened to the other vegetables, we just put them in a big baggie. So the next time when we make it midweek, we just open this, throw it straight in, and it's much easier. It just takes a little time to prep, but it's not quite as difficult as it seems when you see it written. And really the only vegetable we forgot that we usually have is green beans, but we were out of those today. So that's basically the Jaramillo soup. Hey, Katie. Katie, come here. Hold you up on the camera. Come here. Come here. Want to see the camera?
Yeah.
Okay. So in closing off this video, I just wanted to share with you why this soup for us was so important, which was a couple of months ago. She hadn't been putting on weight. She was very white, and we had to take her to the doctor and get some blood tests.
You
want your protein? Well, we just made it for you.
But no.
Do you want your protein?
Yes.
Okay. You see? It's almost ready.
This is my friend.
Yeah. Say hi to everyone.
Hi, everyone.
There you go. So she was diagnosed with acute anemia, and actually we were told that she was going to need to be hospitalized. So that was obviously really terrible for us. And our friends introduced us to this, and within 3 weeks of her taking this, and she took it right away. Like we thought she was gonna not like it at all because she just eats nothing. And she took it right away, and within 3 weeks her blood levels were normal. She had put on almost 4 pounds in 3 weeks, whereas in the previous 9 months she hadn't put on any weight. So this has been a real blessing for us, and we really appreciate Dr. Jaramillo for coming up with this, and for Pilar over at the Full Montessori blog for doing such a detailed write-up in English on how to make it, and to our friend Juliana who introduced us to it. So that's basically it. That's the Jaramillo soup, and I'll try to do some more videos a little bit more frequently, but life is crazy. I am finishing a book on parenting though, so can't say I haven't been doing anything, and I'll share that with you soon. All right, that's it for today. Thank you. Bye.